about drug abuse.
Okay. Good morning, class.
Afternoon.
Good afternoon. Yeah, right. Good afternoon, class. As my mates say, my classmates say, we're gonna talk about drug abuse. First, what is a drug? A drug is any substance when you put into your body that it can change the way that your system works and your mind works and alter that and make you see another reality or well, some kind of drugs. Drugs is anything that affects your body. Okay. First of all, sometimes oppression in lives that make the people that bring people's life happiness. Like for example, some people likes to play video games. Some others likes to spend their time watching TV series. I don't know, many things, and some others likes to spend their time using drugs because that bring the people happiness. So, but the problem is not using the drug. The problem is when you abuse on that, when you abuse on these kinds of activities. Everything in moderation. That's a phrase that will bring us, everybody, balancing our lives. There's a story of a girl called Megan Hickman that tells a story on how she got addicted to drugs. At her childhood, she was sexually abused, and she had a lot of problems when she was growing up. So at the age of 13, when she just became a teenager, a friend offers her to smoke pot, and she accepted for a way out of her problems, and she started doing this, and she started smoking really often and getting high really often to escape of her reality. Then she needed some kind of new drug, and she started inhalating, and she then get addicted to this and started doing everything. There's some words that she say, everything that I could often. She was doing anything. She did like computer cleaners, Sprite bottles, anything to get high. Okay, in the presentation we're gonna talk about the cause that make people abuse on drugs, how drug abuse affect people's lives, and how to prevent it.
Okay. Most person doesn't understand why people take drugs. Some people use abusing drugs for many kind of causes. For example, first, the curiosity. Young people nowadays are more curious about everything. Also because some people think for fun. Some people think that for erase a problem, or such as stress, anxiety, or depression. Other people think because peer pressure, when you are with your friends and your friends wanna smoke something, or they try to convince you to join the group and do whatever they're gonna do. Another one is family background or the environment.
Okay, why we choose this topic? We choose this topic because we want to prevent people's getting drug abuse. Okay, I'm gonna talk now about the effects of drug abuse. First of all, feeling of highness. Users have this feeling of highness which relieves their problems in their life. Yeah, this is an effect of the drugs. And the drug, when you start just when you fall into the abuse, you suffer a physical change that the users tend to change their appearance. Either they look older or they look tiny. This is because many drugs have substances that affect your body and your health. And moody behavior. Users have different mood depending on their trip. They can change, anxiety, many things that can change your mood and your behavior.
Here you can see some kind of drugs, that illegal drugs like marijuana, LSD, ecstasies, alcohol. Well, alcohol is not illegal, but drugs. And there are young people. They nowadays are eating by their system. They don't understand what these kind of effects are making to their own health. There are many ways to prevent it. Here you can see some image. There are many ways to prevent this drug abuse. For example, accepting that you have a problem. You need to communicate. You need to change your lifestyle, like increasing physical activities like sports, or doing things that doesn't need to be drugs. If you already tried one of these drugs and you're addicted, you should ask the doctor what to do. Never take more drugs or pills that they are recommended by the doctors. And if someone offer you one of these drugs, just say no.
At the last, some jobs can help the patient, like the pulpit. It can cure the people who has the cough. And but if people want to drug abuse, the medicine will become the drug. Like the poppy will become the cocaine. And specifically, if someone tell you jobs can help you relax or help you to keep fit, you should say no, because if you jobbing, you cannot quit easily.
Okay, there are so many risks when people fall in this kind of drug abuse. For example, injuries, loss of possession, relationship problems, problems in school, in work, in everything. This is a problem with everything in life. The longer terms are the developmental problems, dependence or addiction, and health problems. Okay, here is prescriptions are the things that doctor recommend to people that are legal drugs. But nowadays, this is a serious problem. Most that street drugs, the drugs that we already seen. For example, painkillers, depressants, and stimulants. I usually back in high school, I was using this Ritalin, Adderall, or Concerta when I was in high school because I have a problem of concentration. So yesterday I find out that it's true this because when I took these pills, I was increasing the heartbeat. I feel like nauseous, and it was very hard for me to work with these pills. But that's my own experience about prescription, prescription drugs abuse.
Okay. How can drug abuse and addiction be prevented? Accepting that you have a problem in communication. Yes, as Isaac says, you have accepted that you have a problem and change your lifestyle and find a lot of things to do in your free time, so you will not have free time to spend the time doing this kind of works. Okay, as a conclusion, we can see that our free time and not having things to do lead us to do new kind of things, and we have to be careful and what kind of things we want to spend our time on, and anybody can fall in drugs, but as I say, just find something to do, and you will not find this. And you remember the girl that I told you at the beginning of the presentation, Megan Hageman. She, at the age of 14, she went to rehab, and she stopped being a drug addict, and now she says that she's a healthy high school student, and she now has 15 years old. But there's a lot of people that doesn't go out of this situation, and we have to think about that.
So we want to just tell you that drug abuse is killing millions and millions of people. So for a good conclusion, never take this kind of drugs. Just say no. Thank you.